Hello everyone, welcome again to your channel Maths Guide. Today we will be talking about two key geometrical concepts, area and perimeter, and how to calculate them for squares and rectangles. We will go step by step, solve examples and see how these formulas apply in real life. Now let's talk about perimeter and area. Area tells us how much space a shape covers and perimeter tells us how long its boundary is. But according to your textbook, the distance around any two-dimensional closed shape is perimeter and the region enclosed within the boundary of a closed shape is called its area. Now look at this square. It has four equal sides and the sum of all these four sides is equal to perimeter of the square. So we can generate a formula from this that perimeter is equal to length multiplied by 4. It means sum of all four sides. And area is equal to the surface covered by this shape. So this green portion is the area and we can find out the area by multiplying length by its length. It means by multiplying the two dimensions we can calculate the area. As we all know, this shape is called a rectangle. The difference between the rectangle and square is that in square all four sides are equal, but in rectangle only opposite sides are equal. So it has two dimensions which are known as length and breadth. As you know that the perimeter is the sum of all sides, it means the sum of two length and two breadth is called perimeter. So we generate a formula from here that perimeter is equal to 2 into length plus breadth. And area is the surface covered by an object or the region enclosed in the boundary. So this green portion is called area. As the two dimensions are length and breadth, when we will multiply them, we get the area. Now let's recall the formula of perimeter for a square and a rectangle. The formula for finding the perimeter of a square is 4 into length, and for a rectangle we have 2 into length plus breadth. Here the first shape is a square. As the length of each side of this square is 3.7 cm, putting the value into the formula we get 14.8 cm. The next figure is a rectangle and we have two dimensions. The length is 4.5 cm and breadth is 2 cm. So we put the values into the formula. First of all, we have to add the two dimensions and then multiply it by 2 and we get 13 cm. Next shape is square. Again, the perimeter is 16 cm and in the last shape we have 14 cm perimeter. This is exercise 8.1 question number 2 of your textbook, and here we have to find out the area and perimeter. The first shape is a rectangle, and as we all know that the area is equal to length multiplied by breadth of this rectangle. So applying the values into this formula, we get 18 cm square as its area. And for finding its perimeter, we have to apply the formula that is 2 into length plus breadth, and putting the values into the formula, we get 18 cm as its perimeter. This next figure is very easy for finding the area and perimeter. For area, we have to find out how many blocks are covering the inner region of this square. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 small squares of 1 cm dimension are covering this whole shape. So we can say that area is 16 cm square. And for perimeter, we have to find out its boundary. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And the perimeter of this shape is also 16 cm. Here we have a compound shape. We have to find out the area and perimeter of the shape. Now let's see first of all the dimensions or sides of this shape. here we have 3 centimeter, then 2 centimeter, again 2, then 8, then 5. So what about this side? How can we find out the length of this side? We can easily find out by subtracting this 2 centimeter from this 8 centimeter. So we will subtract 2 from the 8 and we will get this side of this shape. So this is 6 centimeter. For perimeter, we have to find out the sum of all sides of the shape, like 3, then 2, again 2, then 8, then 5, and then 6. So let's find out the perimeter, and the perimeter is 26 centimeter. For area, we will separate this shape into two different shapes. First shape is a rectangle and second one is a square, as the two dimensions are of equal length. So we will separately find out the area of shape B, then we will find the area of shape D, and in the last we will find out their sum to find out the total area of this shape. For shape B, we have two dimensions, 5 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Now let's find out the area of the shape B, and we get 30 centimeter square. And for D, we get area is equal to 4 centimeter square. Now let's add them to find out the total area of the shape. And we get 34 centimeter, this 30 centimeter square, and this 4 centimeter square is equal to 34 centimeter square. Now let's find out the area and perimeter of this shape. For finding the perimeter, we have to add up the boundary of this shape. Now first of all, look here very carefully. We have 2 centimeter, then 1 centimeter, then again 2 centimeter. Again 2 centimeter, then 1 centimeter, then 2 centimeter. Again 2 centimeter, then 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter. And fourth time we have 2 centimeter, 1 centimeter and 2 centimeter. It means 5 centimeter each time. 5 centimeter plus 5 centimeter plus 5 centimeter plus 5 centimeter is equal to the total sides or total length of the side of the shape. So we can find its perimeter like 5 centimeter plus 5 centimeter plus 5 centimeter plus 5 centimeter is equal to 20 centimeter. Just looking at the boundary of the shape. And as we all know, the area is equal to the inner portion or the region inside the boundary of the shape. As we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles and 1 square. So we will find the area of each rectangle and we get 2 centimeter square. 2 centimeter square for this, 2 centimeter square for this, 2 centimeter square for this, and 2 centimeter square for this. And then we have a square. And the side of each side of the square is 1 centimeter, so its area is 1 centimeter square. The area of 4 rectangles is 8 centimeter and area of this square is 1 centimeter square. So 8 centimeter square plus 1 centimeter square is equal to 9 centimeter square. So the total area of the shape is 9 centimeter square. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 and this plus 1 is equal to 9 centimeter square. This is exercise 8.1, question number 3 of your textbook. A rectangular certificate is 250 mm wide. It means its breadth is 250 mm and 180 mm long. It means its length is 180 mm. Find its area and perimeter. For area, we will multiply the two dimensions, that is the length and breadth of this rectangular certificate. So we get the area 45,000 mm square. And for perimeter, the formula is 2 into length plus breadth. So we will add the two dimensions and multiply by 2 and we get 860 mm. Again, a very easy question. This is question number 4. Find the length of each side of a square painting if its perimeter is 49 meter. We have been given a perimeter and we have to find out the length. Whenever the perimeter is given and we have to find out the length, instead of multiplying by 4, we will divide the perimeter by 4. So applying the formula for finding the length, that is perimeter divided by 4, putting the value of perimeter, and after dividing it by 4 we get 12 whole 1 by 4 meter. So the length of the side of this square shaped painting is 12 whole 1 by 4 meter, or we can also write it as 12.25 meter. Now question number 5. The area of a rectangle is 54 centimeter square. If the breadth is 6 centimeter, we have to find out its perimeter. We have been given the area and the breadth of a rectangle, and we have to find out the perimeter. We cannot find the perimeter unless and until we find it out its length. So we have to find out its length, then we can easily find out its perimeter. From area, we can easily find out the length by dividing the area by one of its dimensions. Here we have been given the breadth, so we divide the area by breadth to get the length. So the length of this rectangle is 9 centimeter. Now we can easily find out the perimeter because the two dimensions are here now. Breadth is 6 centimeter as given in the question, and length is 9 centimeter, which we have calculated. So let's find out the perimeter. So the perimeter is 2 into length plus breadth. So let's add the two dimensions. We get 15 centimeter, and then we'll multiply it by 2 to get the perimeter, that is 30 centimeter. Easy? Yes. This is question number 6. Find out the breadth of a rectangle if its area is 60 centimeter square and the length is 10 centimeter. Also find out its perimeter. Here we have to find out two things, the breadth and the perimeter. Here we have been given the area, that is 60 centimeter square, and the length is 10 centimeter square, and we have to find out the breadth. We will simply divide the area by the given dimension. Here the given dimension is length, so we will simply divide the area by its length. We get 6 centimeter breadth. So the breadth of this rectangle is 6 centimeter. Now for finding the perimeter, the formula is 2 into length plus breadth. Initially we didn't have the breadth of this rectangle, but now we have calculated the breadth, that is 6 centimeter. Now we will put the values of the two dimensions into the formula, and we get 32 centimeter as its perimeter. This is exercise 8.1, question number 7. The perimeter of a square garden is 24 km. Find out its area. Now again the perimeter of a square garden is given, and we have to find out its area, and for finding the area, length is mandatory. So for finding the correct measurement of the length of the square garden, we will divide this perimeter by 4. Dividing the perimeter by 4, we will get the length of the square garden. So the length of the square garden is 6 kilometers. Now the length is given, and we have to find out its area, and you all know that it is a square garden, so the formula for finding the area is L square, or length into length. So 6 kilometer into 6 kilometer is 36 kilometer square. Now exercise 8.1, question number 10. We have to find out the area of the shaded portion, only shaded portion. Now look at this figure. We have actually two squares, one big square that is green in color and a small square that is white in square. What we have to do? We have to just find out the area of the big square, and we will subtract the area of white square from it, and we will be having this only green portion area. So we have to follow 3 steps. We will find the area of big square, then we will find the area of small square, and then find the difference of both areas. So let's find out the area of this big square. The two dimensions are 8 centimeter, and as it is a square, so both have same measurements. Let's find out its area. The area of a big green square is 64 centimeter square. Now let's find out the area of this white square. But you can notice the dimensions are not given, but there is a hint that the difference is 1.5 centimeter. If we reduce this difference, we will get the dimension or measurement of this dimension. So let's subtract 1.5 from each side of this square to get to the correct measurement of this small white square. As it is square, we can subtract 1.5 from this side and 1.5 from this side, and we will get the length 5 centimeter. So 8 centimeter minus 1.5 centimeter is 5 centimeter. It means the length of each side of this small square is 5 centimeter. Now we can easily find out its area. The area of this small white square is 25 centimeter square. Now the last step, we will find the difference of both areas, area of big green square and area of white square, to get the area of this shaded portion only. So the difference is 39 centimeter square. It means the green portion area is 39 centimeter square. This is question number 10 part 2. Again we have to find out the area of a shaded portion. Now look at this diagram very carefully. This is a big rectangle and the two dimensions are 10 centimeter and this side is 2 centimeter plus 1 centimeter and this 2 centimeter. It means total 5 centimeter. But we have to find out the area of only shaded portion. So we can add the area of this rectangle and this square. So if we add the area of all three shapes, we can get the area of the shaded portion. So what we have to do, we have to add area of these two rectangles and this one square. So let's find out the area of this rectangle. The two dimensions of this rectangle is length is 10 centimeter and width or breadth is 2 centimeter. So let's find out its area. So the area is 20 centimeter square and we have two rectangles of the same size, so the area of these two rectangles will be 20 plus 20, 40 centimeter. So now let's find out the area of this small square. As its dimension is 1 centimeter, so we will multiply 1 into 1 and we get 1 centimeter square. Now let's add the area of three shapes, means two rectangles and one square. After adding the area, we get 41 centimeter square. So the area of shaded portion is 41 centimeter square. Now question number 10 part 3, the last part of this question, and again we have to find out the area of the shaded portion. So look at this figure very carefully. It is very easy to find out the area of shaded portion because this figure consists of 4 shaded rectangles. And if we find out the area of one rectangle, we will multiply it by 4 and we will get the complete area of shaded portion. So we will find the area of shaded rectangle and multiply by 4. The two dimensions of this small rectangle are 4 centimeter is the length and 3 centimeter is the breadth. So let's find out its area. So the area of shaded rectangle is 12 centimeter square. Now we will multiply the area of one rectangle by 4 to get the complete area of 4 rectangles, and which are the shaded portion. Okay, the total area of shaded rectangles can be found by multiplying the area of each rectangle by 4. So 12 centimeter square into 4 is 48 centimeter square. So my dear students, this was the end of my lecture about exercise 8.1. I hope you understood all the parts of this exercise, but I will suggest you to learn all the formulae of area and perimeter which are being used in this exercise. My next video will be about exercise 8.2, where we will find the area of parallelograms, trapeziums and triangles. So stay tuned to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share it to your family and friends.